Hey Kurt, remember that time a while ago when I said that while Vince McMahon was running WWE, he didn't really care what AEW was doing?
Yeah, I remember that
All
conversation we had.
those times that they took their shots. The
Mhm.
time that Tony Khan said there's only one enough space for one Khan in this business,
Crazy
all that
statement.
stuff.
Crazy
Um,
statement.
well, how the turns have tabled.
Yeah,
Um, I
yeah.
mean, seriously, Nick Khan was punchy this week, coming out and just firing shots. I mean, AW, you were warned, don't get on WWE's radar, but you're now on their radar and they are coming after you. Nick Khan, Punchy, tune into This Week in Wrestling when we recap everything and we get to the
Ooh.
hit piece because it is on fire this week.
Yeah, make a good point. Stay tuned to the channel because this week's episode of This Week in Wrestling will be episode number 50, and we are going big. We're going to WrestleMania recaps and all that stuff. But before we do all that, of course, RK, we got to do what everybody else does on the internet. It's WrestleMania weekend. It's time to predict WrestleMania as well as NXT Stand and Deliver, which takes place on Saturday. So let's roll that opening video, shall we? And get right down to it.
Quiet on set. Places, everybody. And action.
Welcome back in to the Top Rope Renegades. My name is Kurt. That is RK, and we are bringing you the we'll just call it the predictions video for WrestleMania weekend. And I actually didn't think about it, RK, but we don't have a graphic for it. It's only two matches, and so it's taking place on Friday Night SmackDown. This video will be out before we watch SmackDown on Friday. And I just wanted to get your take before we dive into Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Did you have a potential winner that comes to mind for that?
Braun Strowman.
That's actually a really good pick. I wasn't even thinking about Braun. I was going Carmelo Hayes.
Sure.
I was going Mello.
Does
I was
anybody
just,
care about the Andre Giant Battle
hey
Royale?
man, it's a staple of WrestleMania weekend now, not WrestleMania itself. But I have heard some interesting takes going around about this next match, and this is the I guess not SmackDown, the WWE Tag Team
Oh,
Championships. The Street Profits are
oh,
defending
Oh,
against.
it's not a Top Rope Renegades episode if we don't talk about AEW some more because they're in our heads.
Oh
Fuck that
yeah,
company. Chris Jericho recently said that he's taking a leave of absence from
yeah.
AEW. And I didn't realize this, but like 3 or 4 days before that, he did an interview where he said, maybe I go back to WWE to finish out my career.
He should, and he probably will. I agree with that. Wait, and this wouldn't be a Top Rope Renegades episode if you didn't cut me off either, huh? Okay.
Go fuck yourself.
Or me cutting you off. That's how we roll around here, and that's how we do things. But I wanted to ask the WWE Tag Team Championship match, titles defending The Street Profits defending against Motor City Machine
I just
Guns.
want to give ammo to all the sickos out there to say that AEW lives rent free in all the feds' heads.
When I'm going to share with you, I started a bit of a shitstorm on X underneath a Tony Khan tweet earlier this week on Wednesday, just for fun. And I got some replies, and I can't wait to talk about them with you when we get to this weekend wrestling episode.
Anyways, that's enough AEW. We've given them all the time they deserve.
Yes.
We are here for the one and true, only greatest weekend of wrestling
Yes.
ever.
Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns. Who's winning that match? Because I've heard some things that I would think would be cool regarding this match. Do you have a winner of the tag titles?
It's anybody but the Street Profits. WWE is dead
Right.
to me.
So I heard rumors, not rumors, this is just fans saying that the match on SmackDown will end in a no contest because of interference by all the other tag teams, because the WWE listens to the fans sometimes and they give us what we want and they make it a ladder match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, on a pre-show of WrestleMania. Who gives a shit?
Who knows? But anyway, that's enough of the what's going on SmackDown. It's time to run through the NXT Stand and Deliver and then the WrestleMania card. And we had talked, I think, on episode
that ladder match last year at WrestleMania was probably one of the better matches of the show.
Yes, it was. The way they did it, splitting up both titles, grab one title, yeah. We do have a punishment for the loser of these predictions. Okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Are you you don't want to do it now?
I don't want to watch AEW, man.
You know what? We won't. No, it makes it fun. It makes it fun.
I got to go out of my way and try to find a way to watch it.
Yeah, you're right. We'll figure out a different punishment. Maybe you find something spicy to eat in Canada, or I'll find something spicy here, and we'll eat it at the start of the next week of episode 51. Something spicy.
The winner has to buy a loser a new gaming computer.
Okay, I'm not rich like that. Alrighty, let's get into. We'll figure out a punishment and whatnot. And we also are gonna have a discussion. I don't know if we're gonna go live. Probably not. We're gonna live stream watch along this. Maybe. That's a lot.
I mean, for what? Your cousin to be able to watch us?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna enjoy it together watching it because I'm probably gonna order food and I'm not gonna eat on a stream. Let's just do it the most. So you know what? Tune in to episode number 50 where we'll break down everything that happened at WrestleMania. But let's dive into NXT Stand and Deliver. RK, match number 1, we're going to kick things off. We're going to talk about this tag team match of sorts. It is the team. This is on the pre-show, actually, of Stand and Deliver. The team of Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez taking on Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, the team of Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan, and then Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. The winner of this tag team match gets a title opportunity for the Women's Tag Team Championships on the next episode of NXT next Tuesday. RK, who do you got?
For a pre-show match, that doesn't really matter. To a match that they're going to definitely lose, probably Metaphor.
All right, I'm going with Cora and Roxanne to win this match to get a title shot. All right, yeah, the prediction videos, we kind of fly through these, don't we? Because it's pretty quick, unless there's more to add to some of them. Let's go to the next one here. This is the family.
Oh, you put in some work on these graphics.
I did, man. I did. I had to make them hand by hand with all the sponsors and everything. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Luca Crucifino taking on Dark State. So I don't know. I don't know what the match is going to entail. Is Rizzo in the match as well? But we'll see.
No, it's triple threat.
Okay. We'll see who represents Dark State.
Well,
then.
triple tag team threat. Shaquan Sugar's is the leader, so he'll probably sit it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, who do you got?
I got Dark State mainly because Stacks is going to create some havoc for Tony D. Maybe Stacks defects.
Maybe there's a turn of some sorts. I actually agree with that. I think Dark State, and you got to keep Dark State looking strong, like they're a problem. So I think Dark State is the correct choice in that. Up next is the 6-woman tag
Thea
ladder.
Thea Hale. Thea Hale.
RK's go with Thea Hale. The contestants are
All
Jordan,
Hale Thea.
Izzy Dame, Zarya, Lola Vice, and Thea.
Why are you saying the other
Hale.
names? Thea Hale.
I said Thea Hale last. I saved the best for last. Yeah, Thea. It's Thea or Sol Ruka for me. I don't know though. I, I'm gonna be. I'm going Sol Ruka. I'm going Sol Ruka.
All hail
Hail
Thea.
Thea. Hail. I'm gonna go Sol Ruka. RK, you're gonna rock with Thea Hail, of course. Like I didn't even need to put that graphic up. It was kind of simple. I knew where you were gonna go with that. Up next is Hank and Tank taking on the NXT Tag Team Champions Fraxium. Tag titles on the line, of course. Who can beat Fraxium? Is it Hank and Tank? RK, what do you got?
I got Hank and Tank mainly because we got the draft coming up in like a week. And I think Fraxium ends up on the main roster.
Oof. I'm gonna stick with Fraxium, and I think it's gonna be a similar vein as to what happened at last Stand and Deliver, with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin retaining their titles and then dropping them on NXT TV.
You
I don't
can't
know.
just have Fraxium drop a title on NXT TV.
Yeah, I just don't see him tank and tank. Here's what I'll say. You know what? I'm gonna go Hank and Tank with you because I want Fraxium on the main roster. That's the only way I see them losing the titles if they're calling up. So I agree with you. Up next is a
Way
battle
to
of
have no backbone there.
yeah, I couldn't. Is the defects from hashtag Tony fumbled here. It's Ricky Saints defending the North American Championship against All Ego.
AW lives
Ethan
it rent free in your head.
Page. Yeah, they do, man. Who do you got, Mister All
Can't
Ego?
go a whole video with you can't go a whole video without mentioning the other company.
Didn't you just? Anyway, Ricky
I
Saints.
have a lot of respect for the billionaire father who owns the Jaguars. So
Who do you got, Saints or Ethan Page?
they ain't taking it off Ricky Saints this early after winning it. I got Ricky Saints. As much as I hate to say it,
I agree with you. I think Ethan Page may be main roster bound. I think that there's you can keep him, I guess, but I could see him going to the main roster and maybe finishing off the dream that you have pitched that CM Punk and Ethan Page got to have a little one-on-one match at some point. From
they will.
From when Punk hit him with a nice GTS. Alrighty, up next is the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. Stephanie McCourt defending against Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker. Who are you looking at in this one?
Well, with all the recent news that's come about Vakir and how she ended up in WWE, I want to say it's a historic rise to the main roster because she wanted to go to the main roster, and then Shawn Michaels gave her a phone call and convinced her to come to NXT.
Okay.
Jada's hot right now. Jordan, any one of these could really win.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to go with the safe bet, I'd say Stephanie retains just because of what's happened to her for the last month, winning both titles, having to vacate the North American title, all that. It would seem a little unfair unless she was going to the main roster to do shit right away, but I don't think so. Not this early, but maybe because she is hot and like she's over more so than Julia has been, and all the newcomings, even Jordan. I think she's
Yeah. You're not. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. She is really her rise has been.
I'm torn. It's I gotta pick one. I gotta go with Stephanie. But if I was to hedge my bet, I would put a side bet on Jada.
Okay. I am gonna go a little off the wall here. I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace. I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace to win it, but at the same time, I'm with you because I think Jordan and Stephanie are in similar veins where I think they're main roster bound pretty quickly. We all know that it was noted that Jordan Grace's contract is a main roster contract, and she's probably not going to be in NXT very long. But I could see her winning the title here and then dropping it down the line before she makes that jump. So I'm going to go with Jordan Grace. I'm not confident, not 100% confident in it, but I'm rocking with Jordan Grace.
Any one of them could really win it. So
up next is what no announcement on what the main event is, but this probably will be the main event of Stand and Deliver. It is the NXT champion Obafemi defending against Trick Williams and the young OG Javon Evans. RK, where are you at with this one?
Javon Evans wins because Trick and Oba screw each other.
Simple enough, and I think my prediction is Javon Evans because if Javon Evans does win, That means for the first time, maybe the second time in Top Rope Renegades history, Kurt predicted something months in advance and got it right. So I'm going with Javon Evans.
What, you predicted that he was going to win the title at some point? Big prediction.
I said he was going to win it at Stand and Deliver.
No, he didn't.
Dude, don't fucking start playing with me. I will die on this hill. You know
You
I
did not
did.
say Stand and Deliver.
Don't
You
do
said he'd
that.
win it within a year.
Don't do that. I will fucking
You have
go
to go
through all
back
the
and find that clip.
I will spend hours going through all the clips. I said he will win it at Stand and Deliver, and you said not a chance. You said
Months
will hold
ago?
on to it.
No. Months ago? No, you did not.
2 months ago.
No, then you have to prove it.
I will try and find it. All right, I'm going with Javon. You're going with
Hey,
Javon.
if you're uploading our stuff to Spotify and Apple, still it does transcripts.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that because it's for some reason not taking video, and I don't know. I'll try to update it. All right. Anyway, that is it. That is what we got. Let's move forward, shall we?
No, we're only trying to do a podcast here. God
You
forbid
know,
we get it on all the platforms.
yeah, God forbid. God forbid. Alrighty. Well, that's Stand and Deliver predictions in the bag. WrestleMania night number 1. What has been announced so far for WrestleMania night 1? The main event we all know about. First things first, let's get straight to it, shall we? RK, it is on Saturday, April 19th, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. What do you like in this one?
I got Chad Gable.
Okay. He's not on the card.
Yes, he is.
He's not in.
He is on the card.
Where? I have all the graphics.
El Grande Americano.
That's El Grande Americano, dude.
No, it's Chad Gable. It's
Okay.
Chad Gable.
My prediction is Rey Mysterio wins and he unmasks, and we figure out who El
Chad
Grande
Gable?
Americano really is. I may or may not be. I'm not entirely sure if it is Chad Gable or not. Up next is a match that has gained a lot of momentum just because Naomi has been fire in her promos here recently. It is Jade Cargill versus Naomi, WrestleMania. Oof.
Who knew Jimmy's name was Big Jim?
Everybody calls him Big Jim. She just calls him
I
Big
got
Jim.
Naomi. I got
Yeah,
Naomi on this
man.
one. For story wise, you can't just end this feud after Naomi's just kicking off.
I want to agree with you, but I think Jade will get the win because Naomi and this new character can probably take a loss. You give Jade a lot, and you know what they're doing, dude. They're pushing Jade really hard. They had the stare down with Charlotte.
She still sucks.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill to win that one. Sadly, Naomi should get the win though. This match is for the World Tag Team Championships, and it's a match that I kind of wish it was traded with the other one, depending on what happens. But nonetheless, the War Raiders defending the tag titles against the New Day. Not much build for this. It really was just kind of a whatever. Here we go. What are you thinking for this one?
I just poured coffee all over myself.
I was trying to figure out what that was. I was like, do I cut? Is that a cut?
What's the match?
The War Raiders defending the world titles against the New Day.
Fuck, I'm tired, man. I got the New Day winning this, but I do have the New Day winning because this has to end them with this whole thing has to end with them winning the titles. But does Big E get involved?
See, I disagree. I think the War Raiders retain because Big E shows up and is a massive distraction for the New Day. They're like, what? Oh shit! And the War Raiders pick up the win. That's where I'm.
Or Big E joins them in their reign of terror.
To really make this match have some sort of payoff at the end, Big E has to show up, right? Because there really hasn't been much build for it. So officially, you're rocking with the New Day?
Yeah.
Right,
Big E joins them in their reign of terror.
Okay, all right. Up next on my list here, we got the United States Championship on the line. LA Knight defending against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, they're going to give the win to the guy with 4 moves, unfortunately.
So you hate Jacob Fatu, is that what I'm hearing?
He's not really a good wrestler.
He's all right. He's good. Jacob Fatu is gonna win.
When's the last match where you watched him where it wasn't Samoan drops, triple moonsault,
Hip attack.
whatever that is, hip attack? Yeah. What else does he have? Does he even
I
have 4 moves?
I think we've just seen those moves because they're just booking him that way. This is just a badass, devastating, person to go up against. I think we're gonna see a different side. We'll see some more from Jacob Fatu, or it's a squash match. I don't really know, but I'm going Jacob Fatu. You're rocking with Jacob Fatu as well. Up next, it is a match that got some heat recently. It is the women's WWE Women's Championship on the line. Charlotte Flair going up against the champion Tiffany Stratton. Where's this going?
Charlotte wins.
I don't know, man.
Gotta give Tiffany some adversity.
I shout out to Santi Zap because he has the quote that he says, "Death taxes and Charlotte Flair wins championships." I get it, but how much of a star would Tiffany become by beating Charlotte Flair? She's already got that, but does it hurt her?
I think
guess
a little adversity.
For them. You're fuck. It's wrestling. Yeah, Charlotte Flair's winning. I can't. I'm trying to convince myself in my head, but Charlotte Flair is going to walk out WWE champion, women's champion. Alrighty, up next it is Jey Uso, main event. Jey Uso going up against the Ring General Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Will you be yeeting or not?
Well, if he wins, I won't be. But such a dumb move to put the title event on him here because you're just going to take it off of him within a month. Jey Uso's not main event. He's not. I got Gunther. I got Gunther in a surprise. No, I got fuck it. Pat McAfee already spoiled it. It's Jey Uso.
How did he already spoil it?
He said on his show, "Your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso."
The way I get what you're saying. I don't see how Jey doesn't win this to get that crowd moment. WWE loves the moments, and I would be very excited and caught off guard if Gunther wins this. I am going with Jey Uso, 100%. It's just bound to happen. Alrighty, the main event of night one is Seth freaking Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, triple threat match. Paul Heyman will be in the corner of CM Punk and RK. Before you give me your pick, I would like to get maybe a little outside prediction, shall we?
As far as the other main event goes, the triple threat for night one, I've got Seth frickin' Rollins winning the triple threat. But as far as the main event,
we got to remove that. We can't get it. We can't get his main event spoiler. He didn't send it to me how I wanted to, but shout out to Kyle. He's having a good time right now. He's in Vegas. He was kind enough to send me his predictions for the main event for both nights. But he's going with Seth Rollins, RK.
Because he's right. It is Seth Rollins. Because Paul Heyman is going to screw both Roman and CM Punk.
I've been dreading making this prediction because I can't make up my mind of who it is.
But interestingly enough, WWE Shop did have the WWE title on its shop for a split moment. Somebody caught it, and then it was taken off of WWE Shop, but it had CM Punk side plates on it.
But
remember that time when I said that somehow, weird fucking way, CM Punk inserts himself into the title match night 2?
Yeah, you did. This makes you saying that and mentioning that makes me. You got to watch SmackDown. You have to watch SmackDown. Because
somebody posted it off of WWE Shop, and then somebody else went on and said it's not on there anymore.
You can get side plates of anybody for those titles.
But it was selling the belt with his side plates on it, and it's no longer on WWE Shop.
All right. What's your final call for that? That's interesting. that changes things a little bit. But
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with the want here, and that's CM Punk wins it.
I'm with you. I'm rocking with that. CM Punk, first ever main event, gets the win, and if there's some stipulation added Friday night SmackDown or the day of where, hey, winner, you know what, you're in, but it wouldn't make sense to put them in, but it would make sense. It's very confusing, isn't it? But it's WrestleMania. It's unpredictable. Who knows what the hell they're cooking up? I'm going with CM Punk. You're rocking with CM Punk. I get it. Holy shit! Imagine.
I brought it up a while back. I
You
said
did. I give you.
somehow, some way, he inserts himself into that match.
I love that how I give you credit and that's cool, but you can't even give me credit for the Javon Evans prediction that I made
Nope.
months back. It just shows the dynamic of our friendship and relationship, and it's fine. All right, moving on to night number 2. Night number 2. Before we know what's on the card, RK. Looking at both the cards, which night is more quote unquote stacked for you?
Which is weird because a lot of the online consensus is that the first night is more stacked than the second night, but I got the second night being more
Me
stacked
too.
than the first night.
Me too, man. I think there's bangers that are set to take place night number 2. So let's dive into it. First off, it is AJ Styles going up against Logan Paul in a singles match. What do you think?
As Karen Cross said, if you lose, AJ, maybe we should have all been podcasters.
Great line. Great line.
That being said, Karen Cross not being on the card somehow in his home city is just wild.
Maybe an appearance in this match.
I got Logan Paul. You know what? He's won some important matches, but up against the big boys, he's never won. I got AJ. I got AJ holding together for the WWE.
I got AJ Styles because this could be his last WrestleMania.
It could be, yeah.
I think he made that quote on Van Fleet's podcast where he said he's not wrestling past 50 or something like that. And just a quick little Google search.
He's like 47 or something.
He is 47. No, this isn't his last WrestleMania. He'll have a couple more. But
no, if you listen to all the sickos, he's going to AEW.
Oh, silly me. Yeah, I'm going AJ Styles. You can't have Logan Paul, who is fantastic and has probably one of the best finishers in WWE right now. You can't have AJ Styles, legend of the game, lose to Logan. I just don't see it. I'm rocking with AJ. You're rocking with AJ. Let's go to the Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, who is just now been featured. I don't know if you saw it. The Rock and Under Armour put out a new collection, and the poster boy for it, Drew McIntyre, going up against Damian Priest here. Who you got?
Yeah, I saw that picture. Exact same place that Drew belongs is in the shitter. So I got Damian Priest winning this match because.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm going
Damian Priest.
I'm rocking with Drew. I'm rocking with Drew McIntyre, man. He's on fire. He's on fire. But man,
yeah, but what has he really done? What has he really done?
I'm not gonna talk myself and have not, I'm having a backbone here. I'm rocking with Drew. But Damian losing does kind of hurt Damian a little bit. Drew can eat a loss. I'm rocking with Drew though.
That's what he does best.
Yeah, it's true. Up next, let's rock with the Women's Tag Team Championship. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez defending against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley.
Who no way in hell WWE is making Lyra a double champion, so it's Liv and Raquel.
Couldn't have said it better myself, dude. 100%. We got 3 matches left to go through, but before we do, I have to ask the question. Randy Orton. Rumors are it maybe at Open
and Kevin Owens.
Afterwards.
Yep.
You have Randy Orton taking on Kevin Owens. Is that your prediction?
No, I have Randy Orton taking on somebody, but Kevin Owens is like, nah.
Fair enough. For just a split second, who is that opponent?
Probably Aleister Black.
Okay.
Although I do like Malachi better.
I agree with you. I think it might be Aleister. Winning that match, Randy, I think whoever it is, Randy wins, unless your Kevin Owens mindset sticks around. I don't think Kevin Owens is
It's
showing up.
sticking around until Monday. Either I'm right or I'm wrong.
Are you going after Raw?
What?
Or does Kevin have to show up at Mania?
Yes, show up at Mania.
Okay. This is just a deal from me to you. You have to do nothing. If Kevin Owens shows up at WrestleMania,
You'll never hear the end of it.
you'll never hear the end of it. And to put myself out on risk, I will take a nice big chug of this old bottle of Jack Daniels I have over here. And because one, I'm gonna
seem like much of a.
I'm gonna need to. We'll have to numb the pain of you being insufferable for the next year. Honestly, probably. We could be doing episode like 85, and you're just randomly gonna pop and be like, "Remember that time when I told you, Kevin Owens?" Yeah. I'm not mentally prepared for that. I don't think Kevin Owens is showing up though. But Aleister Black being the mystery opponent was cool. Nick Aldis, we haven't watched SmackDown yet, so we don't know, but we'll see what happens.
Well, nobody's watched SmackDown yet, dude.
Up next, this is a match that could steal the weekend, in my opinion. It is the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. Braun Breaker defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. RK. I think we're on the same page with this one.
Finn Balor?
Dom. I'm going Dominic Mysterio to walk out with the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, it ain't Penta because we're getting the Lucha Bros back together sooner or later. Braun, what a anticlimactic title run if that's the case. Finn, no, Dominic makes most sense story wise.
Yeah, I think, and Dom gets the pin on Finn, is what I think.
Yeah.
Or that was what makes most sense to me. I'm gonna rock with Dom. You're rocking with Dom. Boom, bang, bang, triple threat, Women's World Championship. Io Sky, the champion, defending against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair.
We're getting a lot of free fucking advertising.
That's how we roll, man.
I got Io Sky just because
You know where I'm going.
You need to cement her as a main star. If you ever lose her, you're making her an afterthought.
Yep, I think the story has built up as they've made her look like the afterthought of pushing her away from things and blah blah blah, and her not getting the recognition. Io Sky retains. That's my champion. Keep it moving. It is the main event of the weekend. Cody Rhodes defending the undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. Let's get a take from the world's biggest fan of John Cena that I know. He wants to drink a PBR with John Cena. Let's see what good old Kyle Wells will.
Wells Mania, and I'm running wild inside the Wrestlemania Superstore, and I just wanted to give you a couple quick predictions for your show. When it comes to Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, you already know John Cena is winning number 17 at WrestleMania 41.
Shocking where he was going with that. He's rocking with Cena to win number 17. RK, are you riding with TK Dub or are you a Cody Crybaby? Or
I got CM Punk.
Dude. Okay. In your scenario,
what a fucking twist. What a shocker. What a way to cap off WrestleMania if CM Punk somehow magically wins the title out of nowhere.
All right, in your scenario, if CM Punk is in it, if it is somehow made a triple threat, I'm rocking with CM Punk. But for these purposes only, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, there's no CM Punk involvement. Who you got?
No, you give it to Cody Rhodes. You cement Cody Rhodes as your champion. You cement him as the guy. You give John Cena his 17th title somewhere else in the year.
Okay. Hey, I wouldn't start these videos if I didn't do that. If you did it, you know where I'm going. You've called me the Cody Crybaby for a long time. You know I'm a Cody Crybaby. I love John Cena. John Cena was the guy growing up for me. But Cody Rhodes retains, cementing the legacy that Cody is the guy. Maybe John Cena turns face at WrestleMania. The Rock is upset and he goes to beat him down, and John Cena comes out of WrestleMania back being a good guy. Now there is that weird thing. Well, actually, it's not a weird thing. You sent me the graphic for Backlash, which is fire, by the way. The Backlash for the graphic for Backlash in St. Louis is awesome. Randy Orton and the Snake. Randy Orton is facing whoever comes out of this match. right? That's the main event of Backlash, I think. Is that too much of a prediction, or Cody versus Randy at Backlash St. Louis?
Maybe.
John Cena versus Randy Orton at Backlash in St. Louis has got a little bit of a
Randy
shit.
Orton versus CM Punk at Backlash.
That's
in
got a
St.
little
Louis.
rung to it too. I'm rocking with Cody. RK's rocking with Cody. That's our WrestleMania predictions. Stay tuned to the channel. We will drop This Week in Wrestling episode number 50 after all of the dust settles from Las Vegas and WrestleMania. Have we made the collective decision? Are we doing an episode right after WrestleMania Sunday, or are we doing it after Monday Night Raw? Okay, we're doing an episode after WrestleMania ends. Holy hell. Yeah, and then the Raw after WrestleMania, of course, is a big deal. Maybe that's one we watch live. I don't know if you're going to be watching. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. With that being said, though, that is our WrestleMania predictions and Stand and Deliver. Of course, we got a lot of wrestling to watch this weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. It is the most exciting time of the year to be a fan of professional wrestling. RK, any parting words for the beautiful people?
Yeah, AW sucks.
Beautiful, beautiful parting words from our Kizzle. It's our Kizzle time. You already know what it is. That being said, I am Kurt. That is RK. We are the Top Rope Renegades, and we will talk to you guys next time on the channel post WrestleMania. Tune on in.